All right. So I thought I'll record a live video, but I don't see anybody joining. I don't blame, because it's been around, I think, 2 or 3 years since I had uploaded a video to my YouTube channel. That's all right. So I had received a lot of questions on LinkedIn as well as Instagram, but neither of those allow easy live videos these days. So I am going to answer a few of the questions that I got on my LinkedIn as well as on my Instagram account. So I had initially built LinkedIn and YouTube simultaneously, but then I left off my YouTube channel. But this is the only way today to address a lot of questions on a live video because recording and editing has been really difficult. All right, so I'm going to read out the questions that most of you guys had. So one person named Shraddha had a question. Ma'am, I have fear of coding. So how do I overcome that? So this is something very common when it comes to manual test engineers transitioning to automation test engineers. And I know that that is one of the reasons why you guys are not transitioning to automation. So to overcome that, what I would suggest is, hi Hari, nice to see you here. It has been very silent. All right. I don't know how to comment. This is my very first time on YouTube Live. Let me see. Um, oh, hi. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much. Are you able to like see me online? I think you are commenting on the live video, correct? Am I correct? No, I don't know. I'm just trying out. I think I'm back. Yes. Okay. Hi, Hari. It's nice to have you here. You have been a great support for my LinkedIn as well as YouTube. Okay. I was actually answering a question regarding coding. So, if you want to start coding and you have a fear of coding, what I would suggest is start with a language which is not that difficult to learn. So, one of the main languages in automation world is Robot Framework. I'm not sure if you guys have heard it. Look for Robot Framework. It is really easy to learn. It is more like plain English. I have a lot of my students who I started them on Robot Framework, and today they are working successfully as automation engineers in many other companies. Okay, so what I would suggest is if you have a fear of coding, start with Robot Framework. You can ask me in the comments for a link to the Udemy what do I say, Udemy course. I can share it with you. If you do not have that, I can share you some documentations. Okay, Udemy is paid, but you can ask me for documentations. I'll share with you the robot framework related stuff, which will help you overcome the fear of coding. All right. So the next question that I would like to address is, ma'am, can you provide me a roadmap to learn automation? Yes. So I have already made multiple posts on automation roadmap. So this automation roadmap is basically the step-by-step guide for you to become an automation engineer. So there are a lot of facets to this. So the first would be choose your programming language. So do you want to learn a programming language or do you want to learn a particular tool? So we have a lot of tools these days, right? Starting from Selenium, Playwright, Cypress, and the robot framework. I was just mentioning the same. So you can, go through all that and then choose your tool. So first, understand which programming language you want to do. And do you want to go for low code or no code? So if you want to go for low code, I would suggest Robot Framework because Robot Framework is gaining a lot of traction. So it is built on top of Python, but it does not have the complexity of Python. It is very straightforward. I'm unable to share my screen. I'm not sure if I can. I will um, show you the documentation, but I cannot share my screen. All right, no worries. So let me see if I can, just like show my screen to you. All right. So I'm just going to show you how easy Robot Framework is. Let me know if you guys are able to see my screen so that with if you're starting to code, I will ask you to start with this programming language. Very lightweight, very straightforward, no big setup, no fear of writing codes like Java or Python. So one of my students last week got placed in Emphasis, who did not know coding 6 months back. He started on this and then went to Java. That is a roadmap I usually provide my students. Oh yeah, let me show you my screen. I hope it is visible. Um, I think you guys can see my screen, right? So if you look at this, this is robot framework has very straightforward documentation. You can see if you are writing it in Java, it is going to be 4 or 5 lines of code. Let me show you Selenium from robot framework. Okay. Yeah. So see here, I'm just going to show you one line of code that is a replacement for 4 or 5 lines in Java. So this single line, open browser, will establish the connection with your Chrome browser or Mozilla or Safari Edge, and this will launch you straight to the URL. I will take more sessions on Robot Framework in the coming days. I was not able to, take live sessions, but going forward, I'm planning to. So this is how easy Robot Framework is. So if you want to start with coding, start with Robot Framework, and then reach out to me saying, Srinidhi, I have started off on Robot Framework. What do you suggest me next? So depending on how much you have prepared, I can suggest you what programming language, actual programming language you can start. All right. So the next question I got on LinkedIn was, how do I get a remote jobs? Okay, so remote jobs is something that is having really less traction these days because a lot of companies are switching back to having at least hybrid. So if you specifically want a remote, there are certain companies who support remote as well. There are a lot of what I would suggest is one trick is looking for tier two cities because there these companies are just starting off their companies and they're offering work from home. Why? Because they have just started setting up and they don't have an office infrastructure there. So they would ask you to join remotely. So that is what you can do. Okay. All right. To look for remote jobs being a QA. And I think we only have like 30 more minutes. I just wanted to do 10 minute session because it's been a while, and I did not know if anybody would join. But I'm glad. I think 5 or 6 people have joined. If you have any questions, please post it. I'm not sure if chat is enabled or not. If you have any questions, ask me out, and I'm happy to answer. Resume. So regarding resume is the next question. So it is as of today, have it in one single page. Because most of the people, if you have more than 10 years of experience, then I would suggest go for 2 pages. If not, just one page will. I have shared a lot of resume templates in my LinkedIn profile. If not, reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram. I will leave both the handles below. And you guys can tell me, Shrindi, I need a resume template, which is one page. So I will send it across. Make sure it is one page. Make sure you list down your awards, achievements. Make sure you have your contact number because a lot of resumes. See, I interview candidates on a daily basis, and a lot of resumes I receive does not have a contact information. So the recruiters have difficulty reaching them out on LinkedIn and getting the contact number, etc. So that is going to really bring down your resume's value. So make sure whether you have your photo or not, make sure you have the contact details, make sure you have your awards achievements, even if it is the smallest one, even if it is a normal Udemy certification, make sure you put it on your resume because that is going to have a lot of weightage. And one other thing that I keep emphasizing is make sure the points on your resume are result oriented. For example, led a team and helped transition the team into automation, which cut down the efforts, manual efforts by 40%. So, which means you helped like bring down the efforts by 40%, which means like your work proved something. There was an outcome to the work that you did. So it is best you can use ChatGPT to ask ChatGPT to write a result oriented resume. So that is what you need to do. All right. So this is with respect to resumes. Keep it to one page, keep it result oriented, mention your awards and achievements, make sure your contact details are correct. And if you are open to multiple locations, do not mention your current location. Just say India, that is enough. Okay, because recently even I was reached out by somebody and they said, are you restricted to Chennai only? Why? Because I mentioned Chennai in my resume and they assumed that I was only open to Chennai. And because of that, a lot of companies from Bangalore was not even looking at my resume. Okay, so do not make that mistake if you are open to relocation. All right, let's go to the next question. I think I'll extend it to 3 more minutes. I see that two people are watching. I'm happy you guys are here. If you have any questions, you can put it down. I'm not even sure if you guys are able to, you know, put down the questions. Okay, I see. There is chat enabled. Okay, let me just put a question. So if you do not know who I am and you guys are here watching, I am an automation architect. Okay, so I work as automation architect at IBM. I have been with IBM for 4 years now, and I'm also IBM voice, which means I am a content creator for IBM. Okay, and I joined TCS in 2015 as a fresher, learned myself into automation, worked in automation field within TCS for 6 years, left TCS being an automation lead, joined IBM in 2021 as an automation specialist, and in 2024, I became an automation architect. And I have been interviewing candidates into automation fields for over 5 years now, 6 years. Yeah. So I know what to expect from a candidate, and I know what the candidate knows. So you can look at my LinkedIn page for more details on what I share. And today's post, I had shared like a lot of programming questions in Java. Yesterday also, I shared one part one programming questions. So there were a lot of responses to that, and there was an infographic going on. So if you guys need any questions to be answered, please put it on the Q&A, or what do I say? Hi, ma'am. Hi, Sujai. Good evening. Almost towards the end of the day. Any questions? Okay, I finally see the comments coming in. All right. Yeah. Um, so do you have any questions at this point? Good evening, Sujai. I only if you guys give me a hi, I know who are attending the session so that we can interact. If not, I would not know you guys who are joining because from LinkedIn I can see 5 or 6 people are attending the session, but I do not know if you guys are here. So drop a hi so that I know you guys are here and ask me any questions that you want answered. Hi, Sujai. Do you have any questions for me to answer? How can we get job in Munstack? Okay. So with respect to that, firstly, I would like to take a look at your LinkedIn profile and see how optimized it is, because that is very, very important when you are looking out for a particular job. Okay. So I will share a list of jobs. And is it any particular that you want a remote job, or are you open to multiple locations, relocations, etc.? And what was the hurdle that you have been facing to get a job in Munster? All right. So while I answer the question, while I get the response to the question, if anybody else has any question, please go ahead and ask. And before that, let me go to other questions on LinkedIn. So yesterday there was a post on job opening, so you guys can search for it. And Sujay, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn to see if I have anybody who is hiring for Munstack. Okay. All right. So, for any openings within IBM, you can reach out to me personally on my Instagram or on my LinkedIn. And there is another question popping up. All right. So today there was one person who was asking me about the different rounds that we have in different companies these days. So most of the companies have technical online coding round. That is a very first round. So once you clear that, only then even the HR will reach out to you. So this is mostly an automated process where you get your first coding invitation. So once you clear that, you will then have a technical interview. So that will be face to face with a technical person. Okay. And then will be your managerial round. Sometimes manager and HR go hand in hand. If not, then you will have a fourth round of HR. All right. And a lot of you guys, I request on LinkedIn, but I don't. Oh, is it? Okay, 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 Sujay. So that happens. we need to see your resume. Let me look at your resume. Let me look at your LinkedIn profile. Got interrupted. All right. I'm back. I request on LinkedIn, but I don't get response from company side. Yeah, that happens, Sujai. I would like to first look at your LinkedIn profile and your resume, and also, if possible, Naukri, because it is really important that you optimize your LinkedIn profile and Naukri profile so that people know that you are available and you are the right candidate for the job openings that they have. Okay, that is very, very crucial. Without that, it is very difficult because HR people, be it on Naukri or LinkedIn, they search and your profile should show up in that search. So, in order for your profile to show up, you have to make sure you have optimized your LinkedIn. That is very, very important. So, you can look at my profile. You can see how optimized I have. Let me show my screen again. So, let me know if my screen is visible. Okay, is my screen visible? Yeah, you can see, right? So look at the headline. See, automation architect and implementing GenAI automation. What are all these? These are the ones that are going to impress your hiring people or recruiters. So I have said I know GenAI, and on a global level, I have stood as a runner-up in GenAI automation solution, trained 500 plus. So which means this is showing how my leadership skills are, how I know GenAI. So whatever position the recruiter is reaching out to me for, they will know I have already implemented GenAI. Okay. And then you can see Selenium, Python, Java, Robot Framework, BDD, and 10 plus years of experience. So all these information are for the recruiters to see. So especially when you're on the job hunt, you should make sure even your Naukri profile looks like that. Okay. And then comes the open to. Okay. So you can see, right? See, find a new job, find internal jobs. So here